And we're back to Inkscape. There are a couple of updates when it comes to the color swatches down here. It looks a little bit different, but it's quickly explained. Let me create a simple rectangle. You can see these two circles. Let me go to fill and stroke. I change the stroke style, so my dashes. And I can change the color here, and you can see the circle now moves to red. And if I left click, I've changed the fill, and this other circle is now here on the greenish color. And if I hold shift click on yellow, we have this circle on the yellow color swatch. These are the pins on the left. They're a little bit bigger. You can pin colors when you use them often. Just right click on one of these smaller color swatches and then pin it. So it's now one of these bigger ones as well. We can click here and access the other color palettes. This is the Inkscape default. Let me just pick this one, and you can see left click or shift left click, and we've got our two circles back here. You can also see that the pinning has changed, but if I go back to Inkscape default, it has saved the pinning. If you want to unpin it, just right click and there's the option. Finally, we can configure this. For example, we can enlarge the pinned ones or not by unchecking this box. Rows, you can see by default it's 1. You can add all of the color swatches in a single element if you increase the rows. Border is the spacing between the color swatches. So if you want more separation, just add a couple of borders. Tile size, it makes it bigger or smaller. And aspect, it stretches it or compresses them. Stretch to fill, it gives you rectangles. So it looks a little bit different here and there. Most of the functions are still the same, and most of these updates are more like design updates and not function updates. But these are the new color swatch features in Inkscape 1.3. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.